I think I hit it by accident. My bad. I think I hit it by accident, so we're live earlier than I thought we would be. Hi, Yellow Rose. But were you not ready?
Not because we still have a minute.
Well, we're early. Hi, J&H, Hopeful Acres. J&H. My brain, J&A. My brain, J&A. Still waiting for folks that were expecting us to come on at 9 and not 8:59 to hop on. Maybe I should turn my phone down.
Yeah, because that's going to be
just sit over there and look pretty. Hey, Lazy Pond Farm. I saw you peeking in earlier. We went live a little earlier than anticipated, but we're live now. Little Garden Big Dreams, hello. Donald likes to write down the names of all the people that come to our lives, and then we go and check out their channels.
Support.
How are we tonight?
Great.
Yes.
Yeah, see?
We are warm. We have full bellies, and we have Netflix, and now we have this, so that's pretty good. Fermented Homestead, yay! I was watching one of your videos earlier that I really loved. I'm just trying to remember which one it was. I've been like geeking out on your videos because you got my fermented heart going. We are probably going to talk about kind of a recap of our year, simply because we've only been doing our channel since October. We wrote it down. Technically, we started our channel a while ago. We did our first video in January, and then I didn't do a video again until October. Oh, I will, definitely. We actually have off tomorrow and Saturday because that's our weekend, because we work Sunday through... Hey, in your yard homestead. I feel like it's like, what, really late there, midnight-ish? Is that right? 11 p.m. midnight? I have no idea.
Where?
Australia. It's probably later than that, like what, 2 a.m.?
I think it's next week.
It's next week in Australia right now. Stringfield Ridge Farm. Hey, guys. I was watching your channel earlier this week, too. Tinker's Wife. Hello, hello. I like the Deal With It glasses that you got going on there. I hope everybody did have a good Christmas or holiday or whatever you celebrate. We actually did decent. We didn't exchange any gifts because we didn't have the money to do that. But we got our tree. I don't know if you guys watched our Christmas video that dropped yesterday, but it highlighted our tree and then the garden underneath. And I actually forgot about the horse carriage. I didn't put that in there. But 10 a.m. Friday morning. Wow. So you are from the future. Mama Z's, hello, hello. But yeah, we had a good Christmas. Donald was supposed to work, so I was going to go into the office, and then he found out that they were kind of overstaffed, so he could stay home yesterday. So we had a good day relaxing at home, watching Christmas movies, stuffing ourselves on ham and potatoes. Hello, hello, Memsies. Pete's Little Homestead. Pete's Little Homestead recently added us to his Facebook group. It's pretty active. I've been enjoying it. I thought about creating a group, but I'm on so many groups right now. I'm kind of like, there's not that many people that watch Copper Kettle Farms that I need a group yet, but maybe one day. I'm actually thinking about doing like a generalist topic group rather than one about us. Yeah. Well, and then you think about all the channels that have their own groups, and then how many homestead channels there are. I don't even want to think about how many groups that would be. And actually, we got back involved with the Hempstead community through small Hempstead YouTubers group. That's how I kind of started meeting everybody. And then it just blossomed like a flower. So while everybody's getting acquainted.
Hopefully you can read all that.
Well, you have better handwriting than I do. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, that was me going sloppy too.
Wow. Oh yeah, you were sloppy.
Hey, don't judge.
So we're just doing a quick year in review while we talk with everybody. Feel free to ask questions. Hi, Papa Z. We were trying to think of a topic, and we didn't do. I'm a little jealous of some of the channels that have been going the entire year because they can go back and, take clips and talk about, like actually people can see and have been part of that year, and we weren't. So, I think my dog might have just barfed.
Court, you okay, buddy?
So there's that. So January of this year, wasn't a whole lot of exciting stuff in January. We paid off one of our cars. That was a very simple January. It was very cold. J-Love. Hi, J-Love. I hope you're feeling a little better today after your ninja fight you had. I would say February. What do we do in February? In February is when we started. We really like the cattle panels. What do you call those?
Cattle panels?
Not the cattle panels. The trellises. I like how you're trying to be a smart ass.
I wasn't trying to be.
He wasn't trying to be. He is. So we started our first cattle panels trellises that we used in the garden this year. And we grew beans and cucumbers on that. I actually grew melons on it. We did some moon and star watermelons. And we tried some kind of like Iranian cantaloupe, but my ducks got it.
We got one of them. It was actually pretty good.
Oh yeah, we did get one.
Yeah.
Cantaloupe's actually the only fruit I don't like. I don't know why.
I love cantaloupe.
Like I could probably tolerate it and force myself to eat it, but I just don't like cantaloupe.
You're a weirdo.
You're a weirdo.
It's just rude.
Your face is rude. Is Naturally NC here? Did I miss her?
Yeah, she's here.
Oh, hey, Deanna. How's my pumpkin pies coming? I'm just saying.
Isn't Naturally NC too?
Yes, it's Jess and Deanna.
So it could be Jess too.
Yeah, but Deanna's the one I talked to on Marco Polo. Yes, I do like watermelon. What other melons are there? I'm a big fruit, like berry person. Strawberries.
Watermelon, what?
The moon and stars watermelon turned out pretty good. Yes, we love watching you and Lee because it cracks me up. Because it reminds me of Donald and me. What else did we do in February? So I had to buy a brand new stove because our stove quit working, which sucked. So we pay off the Mariner. Actually, the Mariner broke down at some point in January, right after we paid it off. I think we fixed it, and then we had to buy a new stove. But we did have a win. We won a $100 gift card to a local restaurant from the auto mechanic, actually. So that was my February. 30 years. Right. We a lot of people say that we act like we've been married forever. We've actually been married.
Oh,
what year is it? 2019. So we've been married 4 years.
Oh, okay. Good job.
Okay, Mr. Smartass. What actual day did we get married?
Oh, you suck.
Not the day of the wedding. When did we actually get married?
It was in March.
Mm-hmm.
13th?
No.
15th?
No.
18th?
Yes.
18th.
I like you say that like you actually got the right answer. We had gotten
within 3. That's like the general. That's normal, right? You get 3 guesses, right?
Yeah, it's guy logic is what that is. So we got married in March of 2015, so I could have health insurance, and then we had our actual wedding in October 2015. So, hi Nathan from Samson Farms. Am I missing anybody? Hempstead Humor. Hi, Johnny. We're trying to say hi to everybody. I think I got almost everybody. That was pretty much our February. In March, we got our meat birds and set up a place for them. We only did we only did one set of meat birds last year, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna try to do 2 this year, I think.
But I do want to comment real quick. I almost struck out. Almost. I got it on the 3rd try.
He had to defend himself there. Do you remember what day that you proposed?
September 21st.
Oh, well, he got that one. So you've redeemed yourself.
Oh. Ah.
Well, who got them all right the first time?
I only asked you one question. Well, no, I didn't even ask you a question. Now I'm trying to think of a question to ask you that you can fail.
No, we have to move on. This list
is that what it
so
is?
long. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So we got meat birds in March, and then I actually started a project called Offbeat Hustle, and then I stopped doing it in May. But in March I started it, and it went really well. It was a daily email that goes out at like 5 a.m. every day, and it has like a motivational quote. Here's a useful product for productivity. Here's a story about an entrepreneur. And then my goal was that people would want to sponsor these daily emails, and I would sell like a sponsorship for like $50. And I just got burnt out doing it. I'm thinking about starting it up again though.
No.
Getting that nose dibbler in the mail for you. Yes. That's going to go with me every time we walk up the stairs to the bedroom. Not to use in the bedroom.
Yeah,
I should probably reword that a little bit.
You reword that. I'm waiting for it.
Somebody's going to say it. It's probably
I'm
Nathan.
for the rewording.
Oh no, I'll let their minds wander with that. I'm just waiting for Nathan to say it. Deanna's like, you love me.
Yeah, now you get the whole channel laughing. Thanks. Thanks for spreading that around.
You know, dibbles in the bedroom, I'm sure have been a thing in the history of the world at some point.
What is that?
You don't know what a dibble is?
A dibble?
Yeah, a dibble.
No, what is a dibble?
Nathan, I'm sorry. I thought that he would have known.
What the hell is a dibble?
You're
saying dibble with D-I-B-B-L-E?
Yes. It's a long stick kind of thing, and it you use it to put the holes in the ground for your seeds. And
that's right. You tell me about that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
I did tell you about this already.
I've never heard of that before that. So it's one of those weird futuristic thingies.
Right.
It's a hole poker. See, thank you, Mama Z. That's a lot better. Let's just call it hole poker.
Well, Nathan's, he actually puts inch markers on it so you can know how far you've gone down and stuff. So
that makes it a dibbler?
It makes it more dibble than the other dibble.
We're just going all dibble here.
See, J-Love has her dibble in her bedroom, so I wouldn't be weird if I had one in my bedroom. Now, I'd be using it to poke my husband with it, but like I was ignoring me over here.
It'd be a broken dibbler.
You're a broken dibbler. I'll break your dibbler.
Whoa.
All right.
You need to...
April. Year in review. So April was my birthday, which of course makes it one of the best months ever. We actually upped our egg prices for our eggs and had no issues still selling them, so we were happy about that. What?
I'm just reading comments. The dibbler is the one using the dibble.
Oh my goodness. Dibbles in the bedroom. I'm gonna make a t-shirt, Dibbles in the bedroom or something. Yes, I'm an Aries, so I appreciate all the headstrong signs. We went camping. We go camping every April. Out in Actually, near where HOA is in Cross Junction, Virginia, which is like 17 miles north of Winchester. So we went camping for, it was like 4 days we go camping. And that's always fun.
Oh, speaking of that, off topic, completely off topic. But was it a couple of days ago? It's Monday.
I don't know what you're talking about yet to know.
Well, I was asking me out loud.
Oh, okay.
Monday morning, Martinsburg, West Virginia, at their wastewater plant.
Oh, I know what you're going to talk about. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it should. At their wastewater plant. So they had a chemical release where they had to evacuate half a mile radius from the wastewater plant of Martinsburg. And I have a coworker that has a brother that lives there. My superintendent's stepdaughter from his other marriage lives there. And they were the ones telling us if we were looking it up. But so they took in a chemical for delivery, thinking it was another chemical, and added it to that spot. And when they mixed them together, it released chlorine gas. So it was like massive amounts of chlorine gas. So
Fatal.
I'm surprised it wasn't as big in the news as it was, because that was really, really bad. I don't recall if anyone died from it. I know the 2 people that were receiving it had to go to the hospital. But I think they were evacuated people enough to not have any big issue. But so yeah, that's fun. Christmas.
There was a report on the news about someone who noticed like some yellow stuff kind of spilling out of a roadway or something, and it was hexavalent chromium.
Oh yeah.
Is that like Detroit or something? It's somewhere up north.
To answer, where was it? J-Love. They didn't mix bleach and ammonia. They mixed ferric chloride with bleach, and together it violently released chemical or chlorine gas.
Yeah, his wastewater plant where he works recently redid their plant, but you guys didn't do UV, right? You went to...
No, we have UV. We did chlorine gas, and then we just upgraded to UV. But these two, the 2 chemicals, aren't for disinfection.
Oh.
So that's like we have what they had. We have ferric chloride. We have sodium hypochlorite, which is bleach. We also have sodium hydroxide, which is caustic soda. We have methanol.
So a lot of chemical names you're throwing out there right now.
It's a lot of chemicals that you use than just chlorine for disinfection. So it's for other applications in the process.
Oh. So moving on to May. What do we do in May? We got our first peaches. So we planted peach trees last year and originally we had 15 peaches. And for some reason, and maybe people that know fruit trees better than we do, because we are very new to the fruit tree thing.
Like 1 year new.
Yeah. Like most of them fell. We got 3 peaches. So we had 1 for me, 1 for Donald, and 1 for Dad, which was great. And we hope we have a better one next year. But they all fell.
They all fell, but to point out, they fell during a massive windstorm. Like it was very, very windy. Like we get up here, I don't know why. Obviously, I guess for the terrain, but we get like up to 60-mile-an-hour winds naturally.
I want to get a wind turbine.
Yeah. So, I mean, our chickshaw, we built Justin Rhodes' chickshaw, and it's so light, it's flipped 3, 4, or 5 times.
Yeah. We have to weigh it down when it's
I have to put pallets on top of it to weigh it down. Yeah, so I think that's what it was. It was a first fruiting. They were weak, hanging on, and the winds just knocked them down.
Could be. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know a lot about fruit trees yet, but I'm hoping this year's better. We planted another pear tree. We have 1 that might be dead. That's a pear tree. We've got 2 apple trees or 3.
We have 2 apple trees, 3 peach trees, 2 plum trees. We had a pear.
3 apple trees.
No, it's only 2.
Okay.
2 in the garden, because there were 3 trees in the garden, but one of them was a pear.
Oh.
We have two apple trees, and then we have a new pear tree.
Yeah. I want to get a cherry tree. That was always my thing as a kid, climbing the cherry tree to eat cherries. I had a neighbor that is actually my dad's cousin, but she was very nosy. So like at one point I was working midnight shift at the vet hospital that I was a vet tech at. And, I'd sleep until like 11 o'clock because I wouldn't get home until early. And she'd come over knocking on the door saying, "It's too late to be sleeping in." But when I would climb a tree and eat the cherries, she'd be like, "You're going to get worms. Quit eating them cherries."
Like the mom from A Christmas Story.
Don't eat that turkey, you're going to get worms.
It's got an hour to cook. You'll get worms.
I have Nathan's cherry. I mean, I'll take it. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Gert Birkins, where our apple tree and fig tree were, and chewed them down to numbs. Oh, that sucks. I would love a fig tree. Oh, I love fig. What else happened in May? I made a moss cake, and as I'm not much of a baker. I'll bake a couple things that I feel like making, but I don't know. This turned out. I wanted to do something kind of whimsical and fairy-like, so I'm going to show you guys real quick if I can find it. Was it on the Copper Kettle Instagram or?
I didn't see it. But I wasn't looking.
It was probably on my personal one. So basically, it was supposed to look like a cake covered in moss, and
it looks pretty good.
I think it turned out pretty well. I'll show you guys what it looks like. Here we go. Well, we'll try it. You guys can see it on our Instagram, but that's the cake. I put fresh flowers, a cinnamon stick on it, but it looks like moss, and it was a lemon cake. It was supposed to be like a pine flavored icing, but I didn't have the ability to do that, so I made like a lemon icing. So I was very proud of that cake. I celebrated 5 years in business. My web design and digital marketing business. So I've survived my first 5 years. Yay. And we had this weird, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of like fairy rings or something. It's like this natural phenomena where you have like
moss.
Well, it's technically, the fairy rings are like mushroom rings that you have in your yard or in the forest or something. But we had this on our front porch, this weird like moss pile with like clover growing out of it, and I was like, it just looks like a little fairy yard or something. If you guys can see that. Again, all of these are on our Instagram, but I just thought that was really cool. We like to post a lot of stuff on Instagram.
It is fungi in the yard.
Yeah, those things. I love those things. I think they're neat. Of course, Game of Thrones ended. Who here is a Game of Thrones fan? That ended in May. We loved it.
That was when I died inside a little bit.
I still hope that they'll come up with an Arya like offshoot or something. But yeah, Copper Kettle Farms is our Instagram. We're also on Twitter, but we're not as active on Twitter yet. I'll probably change that here soon. And it's Copper Kettle Farms, but there wasn't enough room for the A in farm. So it's like Copper Kettle Farms on Twitter. Yeah, the Game of Thrones is definitely not for everybody. We like it because, again, I don't know how many of you, I don't even know if we've done a video. We did do a video where we talked about how we met. We actually met on World of Warcraft. So we were big gamers and big into the fantasy genre. So Game of Thrones kind of sat with us.
For the Horde.
Yeah. We're big nerds. So June wasn't very active, which is weird because June's usually a pretty busy month this year. We did have our driveway dug up and milled, and I actually bartered for that. I traded a website and online marketing for having my driveway redone. So that was convenient. It's nice knowing a skill. And I think this applies to homesteaders as well. If you can have a skill that you can barter with is always a good thing. So I've had people that, I think people even locally have talked to me about helping them to butcher, because I can do workshops and have done workshops on small game butchering. So I have no issues with going around butchering other people's animals for them and like doing a barter for that.
Mama Z.
Mama Z's a lion. Forget Papa Z. They have Papa Z's horde. So that's funny. Shayla, what's up? What else? So July, we butchered our meat birds that we had gotten in, when did we get them? We got them in March and butchered in July, which is normal. We get the red rangers, which take a little longer. They're like 12 weeks. And sometimes we push them a little further than that, depending on time. But I mean, honestly, we did a taste. We've done like taste comparisons between them, and it's just not that big a taste difference to us. I can still do 2 meals out of a Red Ranger versus a Cornish Cross. So we like them. We like them because they can walk. And it bothers me when I see the Cornish Cross is not able to walk and like laying in their own excrement. So, but that's just me. I mean, Cornish crosses are still a very good bird for me bird. So, I have no idea what you said here.
Which one?
Canned good shortage in stores.
Oh yeah, you posted about I think Giant or whatever had a canned good shortage because of like the crops getting the drought.
Oh yeah. Hello, my acres. Yeah, I know how life goes. Definitely know how life goes. I taught a seminar in July on social media marketing for small businesses. I've actually just recently migrated those into webinar format. So if you know of anybody that has a small business that wants to learn about social marketing, let me know. Because my business outside of the homestead, I'll be teaching online seminars about that. I finally got back into my open mics. I had taken a couple months off. I hadn't actually played live music since January. So in July, I like got over my nerves. I had like a bad incident that happened in January. So I got over my nerves and played music live again, which felt pretty good, but it was nerve-wracking. Donald made his first loaf of bread, which we got a recipe from Big Dreams Homestead.
Was it Big Dreams Homestead? Big Family Homestead? I'll find it real quick.
No, it wasn't Big Dreams. It was Big...
I think it's Big Family.
Sorry, Anne-Marie. Big Family Homestead. Some kind of artisan bread recipe where you don't have to...
yeah, Big Family Homestead.
Yeah, you don't have to knead it. It's just a really good recipe. And then I was on the radio here locally for my business, which was kind of cool. That was my July. Yeah, Donald did it really good. When he doesn't like to, well, I don't want to say he doesn't like to cook. He doesn't cook often. I'm usually the cook. But when he puts his mind to cooking, he can cook. I mean, you're basically following a recipe, but he made my most favorite meal ever. I think it was like maybe our first Valentine's together. Yeah. He made me chicken tikka masala, which is my absolute hands down favorite dish ever.
And I marinated that 𝙎𝙬𝙬.
Like overnight, he marinated it. And he spent a lot of time in that kitchen making that for me. It was so good. I licked the pan. I love that stuff.
And I didn't realize. I just turned around and she's over there.
So good. But yeah, I love Indian food, Indian spices. I just love it. So August. Yes, Fermented Homestead. If you're going to HOA, are you going to HOA this year? Because I think we should go out for Indian food after the first night. I'm planning to. I'm hoping other people will go with me. I will sit in that restaurant by myself if I have to.
Hello.
I guess you can go too.
The hell am I over here? Chopped liver?
I don't like liver. The ticker's wife. Yes. Okay, awesome. Yes, that'd be awesome if you could go. So August, we went camping again with our friends out in the woods. Actually, out near the Blair Witch Woods, which is Burkittsville, Maryland, around that area. Had a really good time. All right, we got the new furniture. I was listed in a magazine here locally for Leading ladies in Adams County. Started talking. What does that mean?
You and I.
Oh, yeah. 9 years ago, this past August, is when he and I first became friends, like on WoW or Facebook or whatever. So we've known each other for 9 years. 9 long years. Oh, sorry.
Feel like 50.
What else did we do? We had to get a new washing machine because our other one busted. It actually was so beat up. There was like rust falling in our laundry. It was pretty bad.
That's because I think the bleach finally got to it.
Well, we didn't use bleach. We used vinegar.
Well, your dad used bleach.
I think the vinegar got to it more
Well,
than
both.
the bleach.
We'll say both. Just go with both. Compromise.
Hmm.
Working together, a partnership.
September, we started the composting business that you've seen in our videos, the chicken compost system. We started forming the business. We haven't officially launched it yet, I guess. But Mason-Dixon Compost.
Fermented Homestead, Facebook. That's the answer to your question.
What was your question?
How do we remember all this?
Facebook. Yes.
She logs everything on Facebook.
I do. You feel free to friend me on Facebook. I talk probably too much on Facebook. But we went through before the live and was like, just kind of scrolled through the year to see what all happened. And I used to blog. Like, I actually own a couple domains. I think crystalgroves.net's one of them, where I used to just blog stuff that was going on around life in general. I probably should have gotten more into blogging, but rust in my laundry. Yeah. I've also found eggshells in my dryer, which I don't know where they came from. I assume they came from Dad, and I never know whether it was an egg or it was just shells that were picked up. So you have my Copper Kettle Facebook? Yeah. And you can friend me. If you just look up Crystal Groves, that's my name on Facebook. And I think my picture is black and white with some glasses or something. You can friend me if you want.
It's the sexy one.
Well, I only post pictures that make me feel like I look good.
It's still, when you find Crystal Groves, it's the sexy one.
You're weird.
You did.
He's an all right husband, I guess. What else in September? So we started planning what we call a fedge, which is a food hedge. Basically, because in Gettysburg, we get a lot of tourists throughout the year, and our road is a very main road in town. So we get a lot of traffic out here. So we want to create a barrier, 1 for privacy, 2 for noise reduction, and then 3 to utilize as much, because we're only on like 1.26 acres, but to utilize as much land as possible for food. So we decided on a fedge. And so we've got we do have like some, what is it, emerald 𝙒𝙖𝙔𝙎 something trees.
𝙒𝙖𝙔𝙎 tree folks out there.
We planted like some bay trees.
It's like an evergreen.
We've got some lavender planted. We've got some beautyberry planted. I forget what else, but we're going to do like raspberries. We're going to do lots of comfrey, just to create these barriers of things that are going to help provide privacy, food, and help build up the soil and get rid of the grass.
I'm really excited about the bay trees.
Yeah, because bay leaves are expensive.
Yeah, they are.
So if I can grow them. Yeah, what the tinker's wife said right there.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it. So yeah, we're trying to do a fedge. We actually have a Bradford pear we got to tear down because it's not native to the area, and it's. We learned at the garden club. We're members of the local garden club that it's just a bad thing to have. The egg going around in the dryer and cooking in there. Yeah, right. God, I hope it wasn't an egg in the laundry. There have been things in that washing machine that should not have been there. It's been gross, but We
That's
won't go
as
there.
far as we'll
That's
go.
as far as we'll go.
Next.
Next question. We have a lot of anniversaries in September. Donald's birthday is in September. He proposed to me in September. We started dating in September. He quit smoking in September.
In 2 weeks.
Yeah, so Donald smoked for what, 16 years?
Yeah.
And I told him when we first like talked about meeting and dating or whatever, I was like, I'm not gonna date a smoker. I can't do it. Like,
so I quit in 2 weeks.
He quit in 2 weeks after 16 years. Through
I gradually weaned myself off of it. I challenged myself to have a cigarette and then see how long I could not have the next cigarette.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I have that cigarette, the next one I had to try and beat that distance. So eventually it was like, I mean, it'd be 6-7 hours before I would have a cigarette. And then it's, started tasting like ass. So then as soon as I hit that, I was like, nope, I'm done.
Yeah.
So that's
apparently I was worth it.
7 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been 7 years.
7 years. Lord.
So far, yeah.
We went to a sweet potato festival here in Adams County, which was, if I could picture what an old time festival on the Waltons or Andy Griffith would be like, is what this festival was like. It was so charming.
It was
and
awesome.
Perfect. They had bluegrass music. They had sweet potato fries. They had sweet potato. What else did they have? Funnel cake. Oh my gosh, sweet potato funnel cake is. It's like eating pumpkin pie or sweet potato pie. It was so good. They had apple cider, of course. I got this book, which if you were at the last live, I talked about another book that's somewhere that's old 15 and 1600s manuscripts of herbal lore from like our great grandmothers and stuff. This is another one of those. It's called Herbal Delights by Mrs. C.F. Leyel. Leyel. And what I like about this herbal book is not only does it go through a lot of the old herbal lores and it's got recipes, but each herb has a quote where that herb's been listed in certain literature. So, for example, there's one called goat's beard. It goes through like its natural habitat, what parts are used, but then there's a quote here from Abraham Cowley that says, "The goat's beard, which each morn abroad does peep, but shuts its flowers at noon and goes to sleep." So, I mean, every single herb has like a little quote of where it's been mentioned in literature. So it's a really, really cool book. A lot of old lore. So I always worry about some of the old lore. Like, I mean, they used to wear green dresses that were made of lead paint in the Victorian era. So you can't trust everything that was done back then because that used to kill women. But I do like looking at some of this. So this is a good, interesting book if you're interested in a lot of the old 1800s, 1700s, 1600s herbal lore. But we got that there. What else am I missing? Anybody? Oh, 2 herbal books for Christmas. I love herbal books. That's a big thing that we're going to focus on this year is a lot more herbs. I'm actually thinking about starting my herb seeds within the next 2 weeks. Maybe upstairs in the office or something on my desk. Just because they take so long sometimes. Hey, Ozark Mountain Goats. If you guys have not checked out Ozark Mountain Goats' latest video where they do the shout out, they actually took and did a shout out of 12 channels, and we were the 12th channel, and they sang the 12 Days of Christmas song with those shout outs, and it's really charming. So definitely check that out.
It was awesome.
It was awesome. My dad loved it too. We were playing it for my dad. So we're at October now. So October we attended HOA this year. Had a great time. Didn't introduce ourselves to anybody, but I got to talk with Joel Salatine. We got to kind of see everybody. We bought like stuff from all the vendors that we could. It's what really sparked us to get back into the YouTube scenario. So we joined small YouTube homesteaders groups. We're in the Homesteaders of America group, where we've met some people. And then that's how I met like Royal Amethyst Acres. And then she's the one that kind of took me under her wing and introduced me to, you can see all these moderators here. I would not have met any of them without HOA introducing me to Mandy over at Royal Amethyst Acres. So I'm definitely going to give her a shout out today, because that's how I found all you guys. That's why we're even bothering with the channel again, is we just got that inspiration through HOA. And
it's really all her. I just sit back and look pretty.
It's true. It does look pretty. Yes, Joel Salatine. We are planning to go to the Mother Earth News Fair at his property next July. I have to figure out budgeting for that, but that is on the goal. I mean, he's only in Virginia. We're right on the border of Maryland and Pennsylvania, so it's not like it's that far. I just gotta get it done. We started our Patreon. We actually got our first Patreon within the first day, but I haven't really done much with it. It's just another way to support us. So we started that in October. We started, obviously, the channel again. I want to say our first, it was like October 12th-ish, right after HOA. We started the channel again. So this build up since then, I think we started it with like 7 subscribers. So since then, we're at like 226 or something. And then, well, we also got some free windows to put towards the greenhouse we're going to build, which is just old windows that are fashioned together to create this eclectic looking greenhouse. So that started in October. And then I had to go to the hospital. Thank you, Mama Z, for posting that. So it was a Saturday before Halloween, I guess. I went into the hospital, and actually 2 weeks prior to that, I kept trying to go into the hospital. I went to the doctor. I was like, hey, I'm losing feeling in my legs, and I would really like to get a CT scan to find out what's going on. They're like, well, we can't do the CT scan. We can do, what is that thing where they ultrasound.
But apparently my insurance argued against the CT scan.
Yes.
Saying that the ultrasound will see just as much or whatever it was.
So I got 2 done. They didn't say anything.
Joke's on them, because the ultrasound didn't see anything, so they scheduled a CT scan.
Yeah, we went to the emergency room and they did the CT scan, and that's when they found I had blood clots in my lungs. So I got admitted to the hospital in October, and that kind of ate up the rest of my month right after HOA. And actually, while we were at HOA, I was having trouble walking because I couldn't feel my legs very well. Hello, Homestead Oss, and Striving for the Simple Life. Those the ones I missed? I think so. I love how everybody knows each other. It's so exciting. November, so last month, we attended a soil building workshop at Horn Farm, which is over near York, Pennsylvania.
And that was awesome.
It was awesome. We actually recorded a lot of that, so you'll find that in our channel for our visit to Horn Farm.
It's very low key.
Mm-hmm. I thought somebody lived on the property, but apparently the property is just there for this educational purpose, teaching people how to garden and stuff. So if you're ever in the area, it's worth it. They put me on a heart monitor in November. I still haven't gotten the results for that. I think
it's like 6 weeks or something like that. They said it takes a while to get to, because you have to send it to the company. They get all that stuff. Then they do whatever they do, and they send it to the hospital, and then they do whatever they do, and they forget about it.
We started that 10 questions for homesteaders collaboration in November. We are up to 49 participants, I think, so far.
Which is awesome.
Yes. So if you have not done the 10 questions for homesteaders challenge, you are very much encouraged to do so. I'm adding everybody to a playlist, so you'll find it in our playlists.
There's a couple others that have added the playlist together too.
Yeah, a couple others are starting playlists for it, but if you have not been tagged in it, feel free to do it even without the tag. I think in the small YouTubers homesteaders group, someone was asking if anybody still needs to be tagged. So feel free to jump in on that. I've been loving everybody's answers to that. We were supposed to go to Texas for November 2 to visit his family, but because of my clots, we decided to cancel that trip. Wasn't it by tag? A lot of it was encouraged to tag people, but I know a lot of people said that they haven't done it yet because they weren't tagged, and I just wanted to make sure that you don't necessarily have to be tagged. Like I don't think I've been tagged in anything else, but there's a couple collaborations I'm going to do, like a cooking making collaboration, a pie making collaboration,
and also by the 49th homesteader making the video, it's hard to remember who was tagged and who wasn't tagged. Do I tag this person?
Yeah.
So at that point, it's really just anybody can make one.
Well, not only that, but I wish YouTube had a tagging function and that it actually notified you.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that's a functionality that they need to have, and they don't yet. So maybe I should write them and be like, hey, hire me to make your stuff better.
No, because
yeah, who made the pie making collaboration? I want to say it was Two Family, but maybe Mama Z. Do you remember offhand? Was it Two Family that did the pie collaboration, or was she the cookie collaboration? She was one of the two. Sherry over there. So if you have made a pie or are planning to make a pie or cookies, then I would jump in that. I've actually got a sweet potato pie video I'm about to put together to be part of the pie collaboration. I started a podcast in November, but it's more for like locals here in Adams County, so that's really not of interest to anybody. And we made a t-shirt. There's a Teespring link if any of my moderators feel like posting it. It was just a cute design I made that was like what happens on the farm ends up on YouTube. You know, like what happens on the farm stays on the farm. But in our case, as YouTube homesteaders, it ends up on YouTube. So if you want that t-shirt, it's on Teespring. And then, so for this month, to wrap up our year review, we did our first live last week. Had a really good turnout. I was surprised because we still feel like we're completely unknown anywhere in the homestead community, but we've made so many good friends that you guys, have been really supportive of that. We really appreciate that a lot. I've made some of my, what I would consider best friends in the last 2 to 3 months through this. We attended a medieval birthday party, which you'll see in the video. I think it's from last week I posted about what we've been up to. Because my laptop was down for 3 weeks, I couldn't do many videos, so I kind of wrapped them all in one. Thank you, Shayla. Yeah, we were surprised at how well that first live went. I don't know how well this live's going, but it's here to have conversation, and I think that's pretty much all we want to do. We received a gift, which was in our video that came out yesterday, the Christmas gift. We don't know who sent this to us, but we are very, very thankful. So it was a very secret anonymous gift. It didn't have any name on it.
A massive book.
Yeah. So this was gifted to us. We opened it yesterday. So if that person is in this chat, thank you very much. We are so excited about that book. Yeah, making friends through Marco. Yes, definitely. Okay, that's fine. I'll find the link later and we'll put it out in another live. Yeah, I got my laptop back, so we can actually do this now. My other one, I mean, it would literally take 15 minutes to open a browser in the old one. It took forever to do anything. My business was suffering from it, so I'm glad I got my laptop back. And I've actually launched that webinar series I talked about. I think I launched or sent out the emails for that this week. So my full-time business, I'll be doing online webinars. Like it'll be like this essentially, where people can come and ask questions and I teach them how to market on social media. So that's kind of our year wrap up.
That's our year, yeah.
Of what we've done for this year. Since we didn't have the channel, you guys just kind of get a very abridged version of our year. But now we're here and we have goals of doing at least a video a week. I kind of want to push it to 2. But it does depend on time. Me being a business owner, him working as essential personnel for a municipality, it can be a struggle to get time. And then we've got the homestead. So, but we've started a spreadsheet where we've already got ideas for channels. What did we give each other for Christmas? We actually didn't. Because
Time together.
Time together.
Told you I'm good. I'm good.
We didn't give gifts because money is tight right now. The end of the year, for some reason, I have a lot of clients that don't want to pay me. I don't know why. So I did just get a payment today from a client, so that's going to help a little bit. But we got Dad a little something. He got us like a box of chocolates, but we didn't give each other anything. I know what I want to get him. It's something I'm actually going to craft for him. And now that I just got that payment, I might be able to get the supplies for that. But
and I know what it is, but it's still going to be awesome.
He knows what it is, but he doesn't know how awesome it's going to be. So
I know it's going to be awesome.
Take care in your yard. I will see you soon. Yes, time together was very important. I have had a very rough week and a half since last Monday. Hi, Bill. Good to see you. He's got to write down names. So I was not really looking forward to Christmas at all. Like I didn't go visit family, and we didn't really have invites to see family.
We had one invite.
Who did we have?
Brian.
Yeah, they did invite. Well, they invited Dad over for breakfast, and he said we could go, but I don't know when.
He said Brian said that we could go.
Oh, okay, so we did have an invite for breakfast. But I thought he was gonna have to work all day, so I was gonna be in the office all day. So it was like just another day for us yesterday. But then he found out he could stay home. So
yeah,
that was my present.
I think at work they have a deal where if they're, because the entire city's off or closed except for essential personnel. So a wastewater plant that's 24/7, you have to be there, rain or shine. Water plant's 24/7, you have to be there, rain or shine. So at the wastewater plant, we have 3 people on day shift. They don't want to pay 3 people overtime. They'll pay 2 people for safety. So one of you can go home. You get the 8-hour holiday pay, but you don't get to work it and get extra money. So right. I opted to do that to be here with her.
Cheer me up. But I was actually surprised. Like I thought it'd feel a little less for the holidays by not giving gifts, but it really wasn't. I mean, the holiday was just as good to have good family, good food. We still have our tree up. Like it didn't feel that different from if we had given gifts. I mean, you get that initial excitement when you first wake up and you see the presents, but it really didn't bother me that much, not exchanging gifts. So I feel like I'll just get Donald gifts throughout the year instead, just to make him feel special.
Yes. And ditto. I do the same thing, I get her chocolate.
He does give me chocolate when I have a bad day.
And that, I don't care what anybody says, that can smooth over a lot of shit.
You know what else smooths out a lot of stuff?
Not doing it.
What?
We're not doing whatever I need to be smoothed out.
Well, that too. But pro tip for you guys, if you clean.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it if he cleans, because it means I don't have to clean.
And I even get a little crazy.
And Shayla's right. Yes, people do tend to max themselves. I saw a post from a friend of mine on Facebook that actually annoyed me, because it was a picture of all the presents that she gave her kids. And then her quote or caption was, "Yeah, my kids are loved." And I'm like, this is the measure of how you love your kids. So if I didn't give my kids anything, I mean, I don't love them. Like it hit a sore spot with me, that post. Did not do much of anything. We got a few gifts for Kendra. Yeah. I mean, kids, there was a video. I don't know if you guys saw it. It went viral recently of a little girl whose the parents wrapped a banana, and she was so excited to open this banana.
And eat it.
Like she was, yeah, it was really cute. So, and it's another thing. I've read an article. I want to say it was like a French culture article where they talked about how in their culture, they don't celebrate birthdays every year for kids, because kids, when you're 1 or 2, 3, even up to like 8 or whatever, they don't remember those birthdays as like, it's not something that really sticks out with them. So if you just go out and have dinner with your grandparents and that's the birthday, then that's, you know, that's perfectly fine for the kids. They instead celebrate milestones, like when you become a teenager, or, you know, like significant milestones like that, not just, you know, I get a lot of people that every year we're invited to like 5 kids' birthday parties, and they all want us to come. They all want us to bring food. They all want us to bring gifts. And I'm like, I'm tired. I don't even see your kids like maybe once every 2 years or something. So I'm not going to go to all these parties. You know, I don't think they need parties every year. But that's, I mean, not that I'm trying to like rag on people that do that, but it was an interesting perspective for me to because I don't remember any of my parties when I was a kid. To be honest, I might have remembered a cake, like a 𝙎𝙬 birthday cake or something, but yes, stuff does not equal love. Thrift store gifts are perfectly fine. I love thrift store shopping myself.
Hell,
Yeah.
That's where you get a lot of those books.
Yeah, that's where I get a lot of books. I love books. His grandmother sent us a gift card, like just a general Visa, which worked for us. That's all we really wanted, was to help pay our bills. So his grandmother gave us a gift card. We paid, I think, our internet with that. One of my associates on a board that I'm on for a nonprofit gave us a check, and we used that to pay another bill. Like, to me, that's what was important right now, is being able to pay my bills. So we were fine with that. Yes, loving each other is the important part.
So what do you want to focus on next year?
2020, I want to focus on trying to convert as much of our food intake from the garden as possible, which is going to require doing some preserving. And I don't have a pressure canner, so I'm not going to be able to can, but we freeze a lot of our tomato sauce. I want to do a lot of fermenting. So, fermenting homestead. And then I checked on our lettuce yesterday. We have lettuce with hay bales and windows on top, cold frames. Lettuce is looking great. So I'm going to go have some fresh lettuce later this week. I do a lot of the winter gardening. I really want to do fall and winter gardening next year. We didn't do much of that this year.
Yeah, I think next year we should be fine with because the chicken composting will be going.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll probably put another video out on the chicken composting next week, maybe, to go specifically on that.
Depends on if the ground's too frozen or not.
Well, I'll probably still just turn it.
Yeah.
But you'll probably hear me rant a little bit about composting, or how other people
describe composting. Yeah.
Because there's a huge, how do I put it, improper view on the purpose of compost.
So you're going to educate him?
I might educate.
Yeah, he's going to take he's going to like geek out on you guys in a video here soon.
And I apologize.
Because of his wastewater, like the microbes and stuff they have to work with and deal with. He's bringing that knowledge into the compost stuff that we're doing. So we're going to do some educational videos on soil building and composting and soil science, especially.
Soil science is where it's at.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, here's an equivalent. And I was talking to some coworkers today about it. If you've ever seen the show Breaking Bad, it's a perfect example. It starts off with Jesse making meth. He knows how to make meth, but it's crap meth. Then you get Walter White coming in, who knows the science and makes art of meth, basically. Mm-hmm. And that's how composting kind of is today, where you have people that know how to make compost, but they don't know the science. Mm-hmm. So their compost is not what it should be, or why they're making it. And then
Tinker's wife says, please do. Nerdy compost stuff is awesome.
Yeah.
And Rustic Tradition says they don't understand composting at all. So I think that
composting is actually very simple once you know the
science.
on it, and it's
We'll create some videos for that.
It'll and we're gonna do like 3 or 4 different types of composting, and by that I mean like static pile.
Mm-hmm. We're turning into composting ninjas.
Yeah, static pile composting or
hey, getting started on the homesteading.
So
yeah,
it'll be I think it'll be a pretty good one. Was that getting started homesteading?
Mm-hmm. The Donald Compost Diaries coming. That's what Jana says. I see a series called The Donald Compost Diaries coming. He's writing that down right now. Yeah, we currently have 9. Is it 9 compost piles going in different stages?
7.
We will have 9 when we're done, and the 9th one will be one that just sits.
The 8th and 9th one. But if you're gonna say it right.
Your face isn't right.
My face is right. Jackass.
And then I'm trying to think of what I would be able to provide, because you'll be providing a lot of the soil science knowledge. What would I be doing? I have no idea.
The tech shit. Sorry for my language.
Yeah. I watched a video actually before we got on this live of a homestead channel talking about social media for homesteads, and
actually Little Creek Homestead, that's something I'll talk about in the video, where when you pile it up and just let it sit, that's called
back to Eden gardening.
No, that's called anaerobic composting. You don't want to do anaerobic. That's
yeah, I'll be the tech ninja. He can be the soil ninja. To be honest, guys, do you feel like, as homesteaders, we're interested in watching homesteading videos, but as homesteaders, would you guys be interested excuse me, in seeing social media tip videos? I mean, I don't know that would be, I know everybody could benefit from it, but I feel like I don't want to saturate our channel with that. You know what I mean? I have a business channel that I can always reference because I put a lot of videos there.
Well, you don't have to constantly have them. You can do like 1 a month or something.
Yeah.
Like,
and maybe try to make sure it has a homesteading spin on it.
Mm-hmm.
That might work.
Like what were you were talking about? I was telling you earlier how I like how you have the teal background, because it stands out.
Yeah.
Like when we have a TV that has YouTube on it, and we'll, instead of looking at our phones, we'll put it on the TV, and when you have like 6 or 7 channels or videos up to look through, that teal, you can scoot in. There you
go. Oops, goodness gracious.
Yeah, so that teal pops, and it's very easy. Like, that's the first thing I look at is that teal. So I think that kind of stuff, I think, anybody who's on YouTube can benefit.
Yeah. And I've owned my own digital agency for 5 years, but I've been in web design since I started my first website in 1994. So just to date myself. So I might add a little bit, but I definitely don't want to oversaturate the channel, because there are things on the homestead that I'm interested in that might help, like herbal things. I'm very big into herbal medicine and herbal teas and herbal remedies and growing herbs, so I certainly can put that on there. But
I will say, and this is my professional opinion, being
a professional bullshitter,
and what do you call it? A professional homesteader, years and years and years of practice. That you always, kind of like how we were growing. You never, what was that the quote? You never grow anything you don't eat yourself, or you won't eat yourself. So like you can put, if you like it, video it up, put it on the video thing on the YouTube channel thing.
Do I have any recommendations for thumbnail creator apps? I use Canva. You can use Canva for free. The only features that you don't get with a pro account or that you get with a pro account that you don't get with a free is the ability to have transparent images. I think that's the only feature that I can think of. But I've had a pro account with Canva for so long, I don't remember. But if you, and I create them just with my phone. You can download the app on your phone, and I'll actually show you guys. And you can just, like, any of these designs I can click on and edit, change out photos and stuff. Very easy with what's in my gallery. And it has the exact sizes for whether it's a Facebook post versus a YouTube thumbnail versus a YouTube banner. My banner on our YouTube channel I make with Canva. I used to use Photoshop because I've had so many years using Photoshop in the web design industry. But when Canva came out, I mean, it's just taken the graphic design world by storm. So, oh, you can't resize in Canva without the pro account? Yeah. To me, it was worth having the pro account because I do social media marketing for so many clients, and it's just an easy way to get graphics out there for them. It's like $19 a month. Now, Deanna might know this. With a free account on Canva, you can create any size. You just can't resize an existing graphic. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, Canva is very easy. A lot of people are really upping their game graphic-wise with that. Okay, so yeah, just select whatever size you need, like your thumbnail or your banner, and you can design in there. It's got all kinds of different, and that might be a good tutorial I do. I could do a Canva tutorial on making thumbnails and social media graphics and banners for channels. So if you guys would like me to do that, I'd be more than happy to.
That's a good idea. I think you should do it.
But I might have to create another account and do it with the free version. I think I'll do that. I mean, I have a pro version. I could show you both, and you can decide what you like. But Canva is definitely the easiest one for me.
You can make it with Mason-Dixon Compost account.
The Mason-Dixon account, yeah, I could.
Yeah.
Snappa, I could check out Snappa. I've never used Snappa. I do like playing with new apps though. Like
they make good drinks.
Not Snapple, weirdo.
No.
But yeah, I'll take a look at that one. I know if you need like a video editor for your phone, there's one called InShot that's pretty good. It's free. But I hate editing videos on my phone. I know that thing. I don't even think it's on the right time.
It's like 400 chimes.
But InShot's a good app for your phone. It's just, I mean, you're editing text and stuff on your phone, and then it's a pain in the butt. I just prefer it on my desktop. Yeah, I'm not sure why it would be slow. It could have, was it a while ago that you used it? I'm wondering if maybe it was just they needed to improve their infrastructure or something.
Peace.
See ya, Deanna. I'll be waiting for my pie. Feel free to drop it off on your way to Kentucky. Actually, pumpkin pies used to be my favorite until you introduced me to sweet potato pies.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Sweet potato pie. I make a sweet potato pie. Maybe I'll put the video out tomorrow. I recorded me making it at Thanksgiving, and then my laptop broke for 3 weeks, so I didn't get a chance to edit it. But I make a sweet potato pie that's sweetened with honey instead of sugar.
It's really good.
It is so good.
Mm. You can make one tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm not going to make a sweet potato pie tomorrow. I'll make an apple crisp.
But why? You'll make that, but you won't make sweet potato? Why not?
Because I already had a sweet potato pie this year. I have not had my apple crisp. I make an apple crisp that is grain-free. It was paleo, and it's sweetened with honey also.
That's really good, too. But what's this 1 year limit thing?
I just don't feel like making a sweet potato pie.
We'll do it Wednesday.
Wednesday? What's Wednesday?
The first of the year.
We have a wedding to go that day.
Brand new year.
We have a wedding to go that day.
The whole brand new year.
We're going to eat free food at a wedding. That's why I like going to weddings. The free food and then the bad music to dance around.
Okay. Ferment at Homestead, I'm going to ask you a question with that comment with the
canned sweet potato pies.
Sweet potato pie. Do you add marshmallows to yours?
I don't know anybody that puts on the pie. They do that in that sweet potato casserole.
Well, they do it. There's a lot of people that do it on pie too. And
He does not. He would not try sweet potatoes for so long until he met me, and I showed him that yes, you can eat it without marshmallows.
Because it was made so bad, so wrong when I was growing up. It ruined it for me.
Yeah. This we introduced him to sweet potatoes, I think, through sweet potato fries.
Sweet potato fries at the Picnic Fest.
Yeah. And then I make a really good sweet potato fry that's made with I cut it up in like cubes almost, and then I douse it in coconut oil and I want to say garlic powder, and then I'll bake that until they get really squishy, and sometimes the bottoms get like a little crunch on them, which I like. And then actually I have started adding a little bit of cayenne and dill to them as well, and then when I take them out, I'll put salt and olive oil and toss them again, and
that's the bee's
it's
knees
the
right
best.
there.
Maybe I'll do a video on that. And then the sweet potato pie, sweet potatoes in stews. Like, I never thought I would love sweet potatoes as much as I do now. Yeah, I love sweet potato fries.
And sweet potato
Funnel cakes.
flannel cakes. Oh, that was
You guys.
that was so good. We're going again this year. We're going.
I want to go both days this year.
That's where we saw the beauty berry.
Yeah, we bought beauty berry there. What else did we bought? A couple herbs there. Comfrey, I think they had there.
We got the bay.
The bay trees we got there.
We got the Russian sage.
We got my herbal book there.
Yeah.
It was like, I mean, it's a used book, but I really like it. So I love hometown festivals like that. Yeah, we grew purple sweet potatoes this year. I didn't think they did well, and then I dug them out, and then I pulled out this big, large sweet potato. Most of them did end up small, but we literally dropped it and forgot it. So.
And it was bad ground.
It was bad ground.
We found that out.
And they still grew.
When we were putting those 𝙒𝙃𝙄𝙇𝙀 trees.
Mm-hmm.
So this is how bad that ground is. I did a shovel, pried it open, I pulled up the dirt, and there was a hole there. You know, we put a 5-gallon bucket of water in it, and it just
sat there.
It just sat there. It didn't absorb.
It's just clay.
It just sat there. So I had to put shovel in and break it up.
Hi, TNS Dogs Dragonfly.
Finally got in the ground.
Yeah,
that's how bad that ground is out there.
It's pretty. We have pretty bad clay here, so we've been working on soil building, and our raised beds do fantastic. We've put nothing but like mulch and hay and wood chips and mushroom soil, and the garden grows really well. We got really good tomatoes this year. The sweet potatoes, we're actually going to start doing our seed planting here soon. We're going to record that, so we'll go over what we're planning to plant, which is going to be massive. Someone wanted us to do that today. I think it was Davis Family Farm wanted us to talk about what we were planning today, and I was like, that's going to be a little bit of forethought we have to do.
Yeah.
So, thank you, 𝙒𝘃𝙄𝙄. Thank you for being here.
Yes, we go through like we inventory the seeds that we have.
Yeah, I have a spreadsheet. We put the cost analysis in there and everything.
Was it Word docs? Google Docs.
Google Docs.
Google Docs.
I'm a Google Docs nerd. Yeah. So maybe we'll show you guys the spreadsheet we put together too, so you guys can take a look at it, and then maybe I can share a copy of it if anybody wants to use it. So, yeah, we're running over a little bit, but you guys get us talking. I love talking to you guys. So it's like having family over for dinner. Just kind of chill and hang out, play cards a little later than you intended. So that's kind of what the lives feel like.
And I'm very, very big on raised beds. I love raised beds.
Raised beds are the solution to modern soil problems, in my opinion, because
a temporary solution.
Temporary solution. Obviously, soil building and learning how to deal with erosion the proper way and all of that is the main solution. But temporarily, raised beds can solve any problem.
Can I send a quote that I heard today?
Do you remember the quote that you heard today?
Oh, I'm gonna stumble through it.
All right, let's hear your quote.
So, like we were talking about earlier, I'm big on soil science. So there's a lady I'm following on YouTube and her website. It's called Dr. Elaine Ingham. She's a soil biologist for like 45
She's the queen of soil science.
She is freaking amazing. But she had a quote. I was listening to one of her videos today. Her quote was, "Soil erosion is the consequence." Shit, what was it? Soil erosion is a consequence of us destroying life in the soil.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. But to that effect.
Thank you, Little Garden Big Dreams. We love being on here. Raised, a little bit of both. Like our soil, our raised beds are just, what are they, 2x4s? So they're not really high. I mean, they're
2x6s.
2x6,
Mhm.
and then we fill that up. I would prefer them to be higher, and mostly because of my dad. He doesn't get around well, so I'd like him to not be able to bend over.
But I'll also answer, I prefer built raised beds versus mounds.
She missed the name of the soil scientist you were talking about.
Oh, Dr. 𝙒𝘋𝙔𝙎.
You spelled that last part.
Here, I'll type it.
She is the most knowledgeable person about soil that I've ever seen. She gets a little, I don't want to say snarky, but she can get snarky about people like that don't understand it. But she has earned that badge of knowing anything you could possibly know about soil science. So, like I said, entitled you to be a little snarky, maybe. See you getting started, Homestead. I'll actually post on our Facebook as well a link to some of her stuff so you guys can see it.
Yeah, she's a lot of the reason or information too that where I'll be doing my composting from.
Yeah. Hi, Calvi Homestead. Let me write that one down.
What was it?
Calvi. Kind of like Calvary, but without the R.
Calvi Homestead.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna be wrapping this up shortly anyway, because I feel bad that we've taken so long.
All I know is that's a lot of channels.
That is a lot of channels I've been on here tonight. Go check out what my husband built for me on my channel, on my Instagram. They're beautiful. Yes, I will definitely do that, because we're gonna be up for a little while longer. Tomorrow's our day off. We have to switch schedules on Sunday. We have to get up at 4 a.m. starting Sunday. Usually we get up at 5 a.m. Sundays through Thursdays to go to work. So Saturday night we're going to bed really early.
My shift will be 6 a.m. to 2 a.m. or 2 p.m.
But tonight we'll be up for a little while longer. So I'm going to check out some of you guys' stuff.
Starting Sunday.
Tinker's wife said I heard her speak back in the 90s here at college. I should take you to see her. I'd like to see where she's
I'm fine with that. Hell yeah. So she started a company called Soil Food Web, and
which you can Google.
Which you can Google
and take courses.
Well, it's not courses. It's it's like a college. Like you actually go there to do it for a year.
So it's not online.
No.
People need to do more online courses. I'm sorry.
It's like $5,000. So I was like, oh my God, we can do this for here. $5,000. Oh shit.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm just gonna be reading.
Yeah, Donald says I need to be his sugar mama sugar mama, and like start playing my guitar more and get famous and all that other stuff. So I do need to play guitar more. I've been playing guitar for my Marco Homesteaders a little bit. I played yesterday some Christmas carols and
yeah, I heard you when I was upstairs.
Yeah.
I was singing.
Yes, I love it. I love her. We're working on finding a small solar unit for our greenhouse. What a pain. Yeah, we actually have to rebuild our greenhouse, which we got to get this chicken coop done so we can start on that, because that's going to take a while. But I haven't figured out how we're going to regulate temperature in it yet. So that's the thing. I actually want to teach myself how to make a wind turbine if possible and store energy, because one, our electric bill is high, and two, we get a lot of wind. So
yeah, I'm trying to figure out the logistics of the greenhouse.
Yeah.
But that once we get enough windows and I get it framed, we'll have that video.
Yeah, we're gonna document the building of the window greenhouse.
We're gonna document the building the window greenhouse, putting it together, but we're also gonna document once I finish the coop,
how it works.
How it works, us putting it together. I'm really excited about it.
I'm excited to have it done.
I think, yeah, me too. I do like though how I'm building it, because I mean, I'm buying all brand new wood for it, but I'm doing it in small sections. So like each paycheck, I'll buy like a wall,
Mm-hmm.
and then the next paycheck I'll buy another wall.
Yeah.
So it's a lot easier to
Now I will
finance
say
that way.
the windows that we got, I have a client that does like pressure washing and house washing, and he also does window replacement. So he just keeps the windows after he does a job, and then he will give them to me. So if you can find a window replacing company, preferably one, you can usually find them in like your local groups for whatever region you're in. And
Because I just want to get rid of them.
yeah, they just want to get rid of them. It's easier for them to just get rid of them. And then the homeowner usually doesn't want to keep them. So they want the guy to take them away and see if they'll give them to you for free. That's how we're getting all of our windows. I actually have to contact him. And they've actually become decent friends on Facebook. It's a father and son team. And the mother actually went to my seminar I taught last July on social media marketing. So, but yeah, look for any house washing or window replacement companies and see if they'll let you have them for free. And I love the idea of it being mismatched and everything. So I'm excited. Dutch, first time on our live. Thank you. I know it's like a weird time and it's a little late, but how many windows do you guess we'll need? Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's going to be one. It depends on the size of the window, but you're probably looking at least 50 or 60 windows.
Yeah, I think we got 20 now.
Yeah, we probably got about a third of what we need.
Yeah. It might even be more than 60, but I would shoot for 100 to be safe. And then if you have extra, you have extra.
It depends on the size of the windows and the size of your greenhouse that you want to do.
Yeah. How big is that patio that we want to put that greenhouse on?
One of the greenhouse that's on there now is 6 by 15.
So it's gonna be a little bigger than that.
So it's, I think it's like 8. I think it's 8 by 16 total for the whole thing.
Yeah.
Windows. Dutch off-grid homestay.
Yeah, I see Dutch all over the place because we're always on the same lives together for other people. So I want to start getting some at our Habitat for Humanity resale shop. Yeah, you can probably do that too.
That's a good idea. Actually, we should probably call them too.
But I'm gonna try to get them free first. So I'm gonna keep asking.
Well, yeah.
EJ if he'll keep giving me windows.
And if you need to, just go break somebody's window and just grab it.
Do that. Don't promote criminal activity.
Okay.
It's being logged. It's the internet.
Really. Well, I mean, we are pretty cool, so.
Well, one of us is pretty cool.
Oh, I agree there.
Oh, okay.
I agree there right here. Screw that.
Oh, I thought you were agreeing with me that one of us is pretty cool.
Yeah,
like,
one of us. But I agree, Tinker's wife.
You always need more greenhouse space, just like chicken math, right?
And I'm bad about that. When it's chicken season,
I can't let him go into TSC
Tractor
by
Supply,
himself.
I'll go in for one thing and I'll come back with like $60 worth of chickens.
Yeah.
And it's, I mean, you can't, when you walk in, now ours,
you hear the peep, 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 peep.
Ours, they don't put them up front, which is good for me because you have to go in the back to where they're at. But as soon as you walk in, you hear them. And it's just like a homing beacon for me.
It is. He is obsessed with chickens. Now, if it were goats, then that would be my problem.
If it was goats,
I want all the goats.
She wants all the goats. I will say they are very adorable.
They are. Worked as a propagator and for a local grower every year. More greenhouses needed. Yeah, that's the thing.
What was that?
Tinker's wife was talking about they always needed more greenhouses, which I think once we build this one, it will be good for maybe a year or two. But as we continue to grow, now we did try to plant a lot of perennials last year.
We're gonna do more this year.
We're gonna do a lot of perennials this year. We are gonna do some annuals like basil and things, but
salvia is my favorite so far.
Salvia has been fantastic, and then we're gonna do a lot of annual flowers. Like the cosmos did really well.
Well,
and we're gorgeous.
The thing I liked about the salvia for me personally was it bloomed like in March to November.
Yeah.
And it was
constant bees on it.
It was awesome. So I gotta find something else.
J-Love wants ducks. We have one duck.
We have Dean.
His name's Dean. And we have a rooster that came with him named Sam, if you're a Supernatural fan.
Damn it, Dean.
We do go, well, this is only our second live together. I did one on Sunday morning as well, but we're going to do every Thursday at 9 p.m. with us two. I may still do the Sunday ones every week, but I'm thinking about maybe shuttering them like every other week or something, depending on my schedule. So, but every Thursday night at 9 p.m. will be our live. It's the only time we could think. I felt bad because the 𝙒𝘼𝙔𝙎, I think, do theirs at the same time. And I'm like, I'm looking at the schedule and I'm like, Thursday night's the only one I can think of.
Well, there's only so much time.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to be doing the same time as someone else.
And because we work Sundays through Thursday, we have off tomorrow and we have off Saturday. So it was either tonight or tomorrow night. Otherwise, we're up at 4 a.m. And we can't stay up and do a live this late and then have to get up at 4 a.m. So we're kind of stuck. Quiet Christmas for us and have a bit of time off for gardening. Yes. Gardening, when you hear about people talk about gardening that aren't a part of what we do as a homesteading community, they're like, oh, gardening season starting in May and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, gardening season's year round. It really is. You can garden year round, and then there's the planning. Like someone was like, why are you talking about gardening? It's December. I'm like, that's when you buy seeds. Like, and then you start planning it and where you're going to put stuff. I mean, it's a year round thing.
Decide when you, what you're going to get. You plan for it.
Yeah.
Hell, you might have some stuff in the ground already. Garlic.
Yeah, garlic. We plant in October.
We still have kale.
Yeah, I was looking at some of the kale. I mean, it's starting to go.
It's starting to go, but yeah, we still have kale.
We've got lettuce, like butter crunch lettuce, growing out in the cold frame. So gardening is year round.
Yeah, I think next year we're going to do a little more winter gardening with I think Ed likes turnips. He'll eat them out of the ground like an apple.
Yeah, my dad loves to eat turnips out of the ground.
I
want to get more videos in 2020 of my dad. I think you guys would really like him. If you've seen him in any of the videos, he's got that Fu Manchu curly Q mustache, very old traditional, grew up in the 50s and 60s. He's a hoot. So I'm going to try to get him in more. He's a hoot. I'm going to try to get him in more of the videos in 2020.
That reminds me of my mom.
See, J-Love started in October. So
started what?
Planting her garden out.
Oh, yeah. So there you go. Hell, you were still planting and started your next one.
Okay. Taking a catalog with you to work tonight. Yeah, we got
Baker Creeks.
Baker Creek.
And we have
𝙒𝘼𝙔𝙎 Exchange, which
I
we
love
like
them
a lot.
too. 𝙒𝘼𝙔𝙎 Exchange is awesome.
We were looking through the Baker. We didn't get the big one. We got the little one. There's certain colors I want to. I'm doing a lot of research on nutritional values of some of these. I really want purple carrots, especially because of the heart issues I was having in October. And purple foods are good for your heart.
Okay, I was about to say what is purple.
Yeah, well, if you had let me finish.
I did let you finish.
Well, your face needs to finish.
What the hell does that even mean?
I don't know.
I'm so rude. Stop it. YouTubers are looking at you.
Are we going to the shindig? We are going to try. Because we were supposed
to
burn. Yeah. We were going to try to go to Texas for Thanksgiving, but we couldn't because I was in the hospital. But because we couldn't, we're thinking about, because his family lives in Texarkana, which is about 2.5 hours from where the shindig is. So if we go visit his family and then drive up for the day, because they're right in Northeast Texas, right on the Arkansas border, then we might be able to make it. It's just depending on the money to get down to Texas. We usually stay in Cookeville, Tennessee on the way down because it's usually like a 24-hour drive one way.
And Airbnb is awesome.
Yeah, we have a good Airbnb. We stay at this Airbnb that's owned by a celloist and an opera singer. And they have the best dog and the cleanest room, and they have snacks. So we always stay at their place when we go through.
They're flying in from Holland?
What?
Like the country?
Wait. Oh, wow. That's awesome. Well, HOA had a guy from Australia.
Oh, right, yeah.
So I want to come visit Holland. Can I come visit? Because I want to go visit Sweden and see Jana, and then I want to go to Norway, and I want to go just all over the northern parts of Europe. Oh no, actually, I just want to go over all over Europe. Scotland, Ireland, Germany. Holland, that is awesome. I've always wanted to go visit Switzerland. All right, I know I missed some stuff here. Hold on. I have too many seeds. That statement doesn't make any sense.
You can't have too many seeds.
Collards are growing at the Tinker's Wife. We didn't grow collards this year. We didn't grow chard. I was very upset about that.
I was upset about that.
I think we just ran out of time.
But now we got double the space.
Trying to go plants in the hoop house. One thing I want to do is have some hoop covers on our cabbage, because we always get inundated with cabbage worms every year. It doesn't matter what we do.
But this year, I think will be a little different because we planted so much thyme, and it's still out there. Thyme is going crazy right now.
I still want to cover my cabbage. He's being sassy pants tonight. Purple tree collard, not the traditional type. Ooh. Oh, they have a purple tree collard that's a perennial. We should try that.
A perennial?
Yeah. You're sassy pants every night.
Oh, it's perennial there because of the zone.
Oh, yeah. What zone are you in? We are in 6B.
6B.
I think. J-Love's going to the shindig. I know Mama Z's going to the shindig, and I think she's vending. I assume like Big Bear's going to the shindig. I haven't asked Jason outright. I should probably ask him.
Calvi's 6B as well.
Oh, where are you at, Calvi? I don't know, 3 or 4 trips. HOA. I will be at HOA. We've already got our tickets, and we've already got our hotel. And it's only 2 hours from us. So if I don't see you at the shindig, I don't know about the Stivers thing. I do know about the Bayou, but I don't know whether we're going. Like, the Bayou's in Louisiana, right?
Yeah, that's Bayou, yeah.
And Shreveport's only, what, 2 hours? Or an hour from where your parents live?
Shreveport's an hour, but Shreveport to the Bayou is like the opposite ends of the state.
It's not like it's that big a state.
No, but it's, I would imagine at least 5 or 6 hours.
Is it?
Mama Z. Yeah.
Mama Z would know.
It's been a while since I've been down there.
Bayou. How far is that from? I know you're at Houston area. How far is that from you?
Baker Creek's another one we can do.
Oh my gosh. I'm just going to take a year off. This is my goal. I'm going to get rich in like the next month. I'm going to make $1 million. I'm not. And then I'm just going to go to everything.
You can't use Mama Z though, because she's 6 hours from Texarkana.
She might know how far it is to the Texas border. That's what I'm saying.
She said she's 2.5 hours. Smaller than I thought. That's what she said.
Tomorrow, yeah, I gotta get my passport because I definitely need to get over into Europe and play around. Because my business I can do remotely. I just need to make enough money so that he doesn't have to work and then he can go with me. But I am nowhere near that. Border 6A and 6B outside of St. Louis. Oh, okay. I was at St. Louis once. I was there for the big. That's where Bigfoot started, like the truck. And I'm like a huge Ford truck nerd, so going to the Bigfoot Museum in the St. Louis was a dream.
Like average car fan, truck fans, Bristol.
Yeah. Chevy fans, Corvette fans, Crystal with her Ford trucks up here.
You know those are the same vehicle, right? Same model.
Yeah.
Or same make, rather. Chevy, yeah. Corvette.
Yeah, I understand that.
I don't understand why
you're supposed to sit over there and look pretty.
Did you want to come over here and sit in my lap? Come here, buddy.
He's not gonna get up. He's comfortable and he's near the wood stove.
You want some lovins?
Do you want a treat?
Come on, buddy.
He's not gonna get up, I'm telling you.
You want to come over here? Come on, Court. Come on. Come on, Court. Oh, you jerk.
And we should probably wrap this up anyway so we can let people go do their things. So some videos that we're going to have upcoming. I'm going to do the sweet potato pie video. We're going to start planting our seeds here soon. So I'll do a video of that. And you guys can kind of see our little organization of how we do all of that. There's probably a couple more recipe videos that I've got ready to upload. And then I know we have a spreadsheet of videos. We are going to have more videos. We're going to do at least once a week, but we're trying to push it to 2 in 2020. But again, for my shout out for this evening, Rural Amethyst Acres, I'm shouting her out because when we got back from HOA and I got inspired to reconnect with the homesteading community, when I joined that YouTuber, small homestead YouTubers, she's the one that kind of took me under her wing and introduced me to all of you guys. So I have to give a shout out to Rural Amethyst Acres, Mandy over there. She is in Iowa. She's actually trying to plan an Iowa homesteaders festival or convention or something. So hopefully she'll have some word out about that. Yeah, HOA was definitely worth it. I'm really excited about HOA this year, not only because Joel Salatin's going to be there again, but Sally Fallon or Fran, I forget how you say her last name, from Nourishing Traditions, that book is going to be there. And I am such a nutrition nerd. What were you going to say?
Let's say that was the other thing, the Mother Earth News Fair.
I did mention that earlier. Yeah, Joel's. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, we're going to try to go to Joel's for Mother Earth in July. Will you quit sassing me on the camera?
Then it wouldn't be real.
Right.
I'm keeping it 100.
Yeah, HOAs, it was worth it. We enjoyed the vendors. We enjoyed the talks, the workshops, the panel. I didn't enjoy having my hand up the whole time and them not calling on me, but you know.
I was about to say something.
No, you weren't. In front of all them people. There were so many people there. Hopefully you can't hear my dog licking his junk right now.
That's kind of funny. Because hopefully you can't hear our dog. Are you actually saying that or are you reading that?
That's
so you were actually saying that. Okay,
that.
I thought you were reading to someone else. I thought that was going to be hilarious. And he's not licking this junk. Yeah,
where are we located? We are in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. So the Gettysburg from the Civil War. We have tens of thousands of tourists that descend upon our little town every year. And I've been here since 2008, but I grew up in Maryland and Donald grew up in Texas. So we just collided in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
But we really like it here.
I love it here.
I like it better than where I was from in Maryland. But I do love Maryland.
I like it better than where I'm from.
But not better than the state of Texas.
But not better
we
than
love Texas.
I love the state of Texas.
But Texarkana is a truck stop. That's all it is.
Texarkana is just a little truck stop because it's literally a crossroads from Texas. I mean, it's Dallas to Little Rock to Shreveport to Houston. It's just a crossroads to big cities is all it is. So
there's not a lot of culture there. There's so much culture in Gettysburg. There really is. A lot of culture in Gettysburg. If you guys are ever here to visit, let me know. Yeah, I grew up in Northern Maryland, so actually not far from here. But they never took us to Gettysburg as a field trip, which was
30
weird.
minutes.
Yeah, we're only 30 minutes from where I grew up. But I grew up in a town called Westminster in Carroll County, Maryland, and I mean it was a lot of farm. And I also grew up sort of northwest Baltimore area. My grandparents had a farm there, so I've heard of that city, Texarkana.
A lot of people actually have heard of it and they don't realize
it. It's in Smokey and the Bandit. That's where they go to pick up the illegal booze. Texarkana.
It's in Smokey and the Bandit. I mean, it's in Scream. They actually made a movie about it called Town That Dreaded Sundown.
Yeah.
Dude.
The dog's weird.
He's moving the blanket. Because it's not where he wants it.
I should let you guys see this. I don't know if you can or not. I'm just going to get camera shy here now. What are you doing over there? Weirdo. Court. Well, okay. That's our dog. So he's weird. It's cute though. Awesome. Well, thanks you guys for sticking around. Yeah, Glen Burnie. I know Glen Burnie. I have a friend that lives there. Actually, the woman that married us, one of my best friends, is in Glen Burnie. We will possibly be live Sunday morning, or I will possibly be live. It depends on how exhausted we are getting up at 4 a.m. If I'm not, then maybe the Sunday after. But we will definitely be alive every Thursday at 9 p.m. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It gives us some engagement. As a smaller channel, that kind of stuff's important to us to help us grow. Obviously, you guys participating is always fantastic. And we love learning from you guys, talking to you guys. And it kind of feels like we actually are having a conversation, which I like. You can ask questions like instantly, and it's like chatting. So follow us on Instagram. I do a lot of pretty pictures there.
She's actually really good at photography.
I do like photography. I just need to get a camera that's not my phone. And we'll see you guys next Thursday, and we'll have another video out in the next week or so. Don't forget to subscribe. There's that little bell icon if you want to get notified when we post videos. That's just if you really like us, but you don't have to. And check out all the links below in the description to all the different venues of where we are. So,
and check out the playlist of the 10
yes,
questions.
check out the playlist of the 10 questions. And if you have not done it, feel free to do it, and I'll add you to the list. 10 questions for all homesteaders. Good night, all.
Peace.
Do I want to end? Yes.